All verse rising, my soul family, peace to the gods, stars, and goddesses. Now, my soul family, when it comes to the spiritually awake, handsome guys in the 2020 era, like all my spiritually awake, handsome males, that's like all the way from late teens to your 20s and 30s, what you have been experiencing as a spiritually awake, handsome guy, you experience a lot of females like, go so hard to put you down to make you feel less of an amazing, handsome guy. Just because you're spiritually awake and you don't fit in the matrix and you take good care of yourself, right? So a lot of females that's like in their late teen years, their late teenager years, all the way to their 20s and 30s, they have false egos and false pride because of this indoctrinated matrix that cause a lot of females to always treat handsome guys like trash. Just because a lot of females have been indoctrinated to think that every handsome guy, every guy that takes good care of himself, from hygiene to spiritual work, to make his personality and his soul just shine bright, females they just cannot help but to see a lot of handsome guys be seen as trashy deadbeats or trashy fuckboys or some shit like that, just because a guy's like handsome looking. And that's very wrong, man. That's very wrong. That's not fair. Because a lot of females, when they see a handsome guy go out his way to talk to them and get to know them, guess what happens? These females want to have this false. These females want to have these false empowerment method to be like, okay, this handsome guy went out his way to talk to me. I know he's way above me in spiritual intelligence, and he don't fit in the matrix like I do, so he's way above me and he looks better than me. So what these females do, these females tend to quote unquote reject or just shun a handsome, good looking guy to try to make themselves feel better, due to a lot of insecurities that a lot of these females have nowadays in the 2020 era, especially these females that be in their late teenager years and 20s and 30s. They'll be the main ones. Any female that's like late teens all the way up to 20s and 30s, those are what you consider modern day women. Those are what you consider these so-called modern day women, right? Because like the late teen females, like females, as soon as they turn like 18, they go to these colleges and all that stuff. We know about that, right? So like females from 30s, 20s, and like, youngest 18 to 19 in college ages, they have this false pride and ego to treat a lot of handsome guys who are spiritually awake like trash. So a lot of these females, they feel very comfortable around guys who, are very dusty, right? So a lot of these females, they treat dusty guys with so much love and respect, because a lot of females, they have the halo complex. A lot of females, they like to see guys as projects. So if you a handsome, good looking dude that's spiritually awake, these females don't see you as a project to work on, because a lot of females, they don't like guys who are like, fully stable in the mind, heart, and soul. They don't like guys who are like super athletic, don't fit in the matrix, a guy that's connected to father and mother nature elements of this multiverse. It really intimidates a lot of these females, especially these females who, get on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, and they be in these different countries, wearing bikinis or something like that, or they be on their girl trip vibes, or they be on their so-called spiritual good girl facade vibes, bro. So it's like, we see this, right? We see these girls who act like good girls on the social media, or they might be one of those girl trip vacation type of girls. They're the main girls. And oh yeah, another thing too, those anime cosplaying girls, they ride along with them. Those three type of girls, they be the main ones that see a spiritually awake, handsome, good looking guy that doesn't fit in the matrix. They always do things to try to shun him, aka reject him and stuff like that, just because, it puts power back into their false ego and their false pride. You notice that, soul family? That's very sick and wicked. And yes, we can blame slave owners all day. But these females, they can hold themselves accountable to like actually do better. But we know a lot of these females are not going to do better because they don't want to hold themselves accountable for like being insecure themselves every time a handsome guy, comes their way. or they just walking towards a handsome guy. Because if you're a handsome looking dude and you're spiritually awake, you know, it's a lot of females, they hold their head down when you're walking towards them, right? Because they feel intimidated by your soulful vibrational presence. That's what it is. When it comes to these guys who don't take care of themselves, you know, or guys who might look deformed in the face, these females feel confident. Females feel very confident with guys who are looking super dusty or looking deformed in the face. It's a sick and wicked game that a lot of these modern day females play, soul family. It don't matter if they're Middle Eastern, European, it don't matter what nationality, ethnicity group they are. These females of modern era, they play this sick, wicked game. They see guys who look dusty and look deformed in the face. They see them as projects they could work on, right? And then they complain to get treated like shit by these dusty looking dudes. But then once these females have a spiritually awake guy who takes care of himself hygiene wise and spiritual wise, oh, now the females don't want now these females don't want the good looking spiritually awake dude, and they get back with a dusty demonic dude. It's crazy. But you heard it from me, soul family.